Midwest Sound Countdown at WIL. Hello, Cal Smith.
Hello, Walter.
Well, hey, it's good to have you on the countdown. We haven't talked to you in a long time. What's been going on?
I just been trying to get well. I've got a little bit of the croup, and we're in Fenton tonight. We're going to be at the River's Edge Club tonight from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock, and then try to make our way on into Oklahoma.
Back home, huh?
Uh-huh.
Cal, let's take it back. Let's do a thing now. I won't be using this tape, Cal. By the way, I won't be using this tape just like we're doing it now. I'll do pullouts from it.
All right.
Every now and then I may linger off a little bit here.
Okay.
But I want to make kind of a live tape so I can go back and do pullouts from it again.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take it back to where you were brought up. Where did you spend your childhood?
Well, Walter, I was born in a little town of Gans, Oklahoma. It's I think they've got a population there right now of about 260-something people. But I spent my childhood days there, rather up until I was 11 years old. My folks moved to Oakland, California during World War II.
Well, that was a big change for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, they went to work in the shipyards out there. Of course, around where I came from, there wasn't much of a living to be made. And then my brother went in the service. My oldest brother went in the service, and then my folks moved to California back. I think it was 1943 when we moved to California.
Did you get interested in music out there, Cal?
Well, I'd always been interested in music, although I didn't learn to play a guitar or start my music career until I was in California. I started out at the age of 15 making a living at it. And a lot of times there wasn't much of a living to be made, though.
How did you come in contact with Ernest Tubb?
Well, I was working with a guy out on the West Coast. His name was Bill Drake, and his brother Jack Drake was working with Ernest. And Bill had worked with Ernest before as his front man. And we had a night off one night, and Ernest happened to be in the area, so we went to see him. And they asked me if I'd like to get up and sing a few songs with them. And that's the first time that I met Ernest. I think it was about 1960. And in 1962, it just happened that I had a call into Jack Drake in Nashville for, I had written some songs and wanted to know if he could tell me where I might place them. And he was out on the road, and he returned my call, and the first thing he asked me if I wanted to go to work with Ernest.
Well, that was really, I guess, your first big professional experience with Ernest Tubb, wasn't it?
Yes. Well, I'd been working television, and I had been a disc jockey out in California on an all-country station out there in San Jose.
That was going to be one of my questions, because you sound like you had some experience behind the microphone with the records.
Yeah, I was a disc jockey out there at Radio Keene there in San Jose for almost 4 years. You
and Ferlin Husky and Tennessee Ernie Ford, and I guess that was probably along about that same time, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course, Ferlin and Tennessee Ernie had they'd already had a foothold in the business and was doing great before I even got started, really.
On the air, did you use the name Cal Smith?
Yes, uh-huh.
I remember that Ferlin told me one time he went under the name of Terry Preston.
Yeah, he used to go under the name of Terry Preston, and in fact, he recorded a lot of years under Terry Preston. Then he went back. I think Ferlin Husky is his real name, so he went back to using his real name.
Let's get back to Cal Smith now. You were with Ernest Tubb and the Texas Troubadours for some years.
Yeah, I was with him from December the 26th of 1962 up until July the 9th of 68.
Was it a tough decision to leave Ernest?
Yes, it really was. But I had a record that was breaking pretty good, a thing called Drinking Champagne, and
I remember that.
I'd had several records and several albums out before I ever left Ernest, and I went to Ernest and talked to him about it, and I figured it was, if I was going to get out and do it on my own, it was going to be the time to do it,
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to Ernest, and I left Ernest, knowing that if I got out and got my wings clipped, well, I had a place to come back to.
Was Jack Green playing drums for Ernest when you were with him?
Yeah, Jack was playing drums. He had been with Ernest about 3 months before I started with him, and Jack left Ernest about a year before I did, when There Goes My Everything was the #1 song of the nation for Jack. Well, he left him in 1967, and I left him in 68.
Right. The Drinking Champagne kind of jogged my memory a little bit. Didn't Bill Mack write that song?
Yeah, Bill is a disc jockey down in Fort Worth, Texas, and he wrote the song, and I heard the song on radio down there. He had recorded the song himself, and I heard the song, and I got a copy of the record, and I took it back to Nashville and recorded it myself, and that was what you would really call my first major hit record.
Well, give us the story behind Country Bumpkin, Cal, because that's the one that really exploded you as a star all across the country, I think.
Well, you know, I was getting ready to record. In fact, I was recording the next day, and I was in my producer's office, and we was discussing the session and everything, and the songs we were going over, and he said, I want to play you a song called Country Bumpkin. And I figured, you know, the title of the song, it was a novelty-type song, but Don Wayne had brought the tape over, just him and his guitar playing, you know, singing. And I heard the song, and I asked everybody from MCA to come in and listen to the song, all the secretaries and everybody, and everybody liked the song, and I told him I was going to take one of the songs off the session next day and take the song home and learn it that night, and I recorded it the next day.
All of your songs kind of center around characters. Are you going to continue that sort of format of the song? Because your latest one centers around another character that's going to run for office.
Well, I've had more success with the story type things, you know, and the tell it like it is songs. And as long as I can, people keep buying my records and guys like yourself keep playing them, I'll stick to what I've got.
Well, of course, there have been some big hits. She talked a lot about Texas is one that sticks in my head. And we'll be hearing a lot about the new one. And, of course, everybody, I think, always remembers Country Bumpkin. I guess you'll be doing that on stage tonight.
Oh, yes, I'll be doing that probably 2 or 3 times before the night's over. That's my special song. You know, I've got my little Country Bumpkin man on the side of my bus, and we've got Country Bumpkin jackets made up and the whole works, you know.
Cal, let's talk a little bit about personally and the things that surround you. You live down around Nashville?
Yeah, I live in Hendersonville, Tennessee. It's about 20 miles out of Nashville.
You're a family man?
Yes, uh-huh.
What about, do you have a house down there, apartment, or?
I have a house. We just we moved into the house we're in now about 2 years ago.
Did you ever consider a song about, instead of about people, about inanimate things? Like Stuart Hamblin had a song one time called This Old House that sounds like a Cal Smith song that might not be about a person, but about something that, is, like I say, inanimate.
Oh, yeah, in fact, I've been thinking about some stuff like that. It's funny that you should bring that up, you know. I had, I had thought about recording some stuff like this, you know, about places and things and stuff like this, you know, to see what I might come up with.
It'd be an interesting format for an album.
Uh-huh.
Cal Smith, people, places, and things, or something like that.
Yeah.
Cal, it's very good to talk to you, and we're going to try to see you tonight out there at the River's Edge. Have a good show and a safe road back to Oklahoma, and I know the crowd's going to enjoy you tonight.
Thank you, Walter. I appreciate it very much, and I certainly want to thank you and all the folks there at WIL for all your help on Cal Smith's records in the past and also the future, and certainly your fine listeners.
Okay, Cal, that'll do it. Hey, listen, I thank you a lot, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
There's a lot going on in town tonight.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
George is opening Possum Holler here. I'm going to breeze by there, and then I'm going to try to come out and see you, or else I'm coming by to see you first and then breeze by his late show.
All right.
And Gordon Lightfoot is in town tonight also.
Oh, Lord. Man, we have got competition.
It's a full house.
All right.
So anyway, I'll try to see you later.
Okay, Walter, it's good to talk to you.
Good to talk. Listen, the next time you're in town, try to get up here, will you?
I sure will, man.
Okay. Hope you get feeling better.
Thank you, partner.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.